Yo, SojuTalk Nation! On this week's episode, we'll be covering Fuego releases from CIX, Hyuna, and aespa. We'll also be cooking up some spicy news coverage, including UMG and discussions with Big Hit and Naver, and corporate investigations. So prepare your body, turn up the volume because we coming in hot. Hit me with that intro. Hey, what's up everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We are coming at you with a super spicy episode 125, and we're recording on Monday, February 8th, 2021. I'm Doug, and joining me today we got Warren.
Hey, what's up everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, check us out on... Wait, I messed that up. As a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. All right, announcements. This is for a really small subsection of our listeners, right?
Oh, yeah?
We used to play this card game in called Minju on our Discord server. It's basically like a K-pop trading card game. We had a giant company. It got too much, so we decided to end the company. If you are listening to the podcast and you were on that server and you didn't realize that the server I mentioned in the PSA, I always mention a server, that is not the company server that we closed down. We actually have a regular server for our podcast, so feel free to join that one. Just needed to clarify that.
I am in the regular server.
The regular server. Yeah, so, the link in our YouTube, all that is our regular server, so please join that. All right. That's all I had to say about that. But we are now at part 1 of SojuTalk episode 125, where we discuss big new releases, choose a spicy song king, and hit you with the music show winners. Let's get it. All right.
Get it.
3 songs this week, just 3. On February 2nd, we had CIX's Cinema. On February 3rd, which was a Wednesday, we have Hyuna's Good Girl. And then on February 5th, Friday, we have aespa with Forever. Let's start at the top, though, with CIX's Cinema. So they are from C9, debuted in 2019. And their last 3 songs, their only 3 title tracks, other than this one, are Jungle, Numb, and Movie Star, with 1 music show win so far. I'm a flat out say it. This is the best song out of the 3.
I kind of agree.
Oh, sure, I kind of agree.
Yeah, this is like I would call it like a nice, pleasant synth pop song.
Yes.
I think it's really carried by the super catchy chorus that says "Cinema,"
Yes.
right? I think that part is really good. Overall, I just found this song to be catchy and pleasant. A little bit different than normally what you get from CIX, because they generally trend to be dark. They trend towards darker songs, but I thought this was a nice light change up for them overall.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Light, easy listening. I would say
easy listening. Yes.
Yeah. I definitely found it to be on their lighter side, but still with like enough structure where I don't know, maybe the dance for me also held it together, where it felt very much in line with some of their other stuff, even though the concept, the theme itself is not dark. The dance and I don't know, like the set, like the vibe they had for the set in the music video, it felt like it was consistent with their previous songs. I don't know if you guys would agree.
I know, I can kind of see that. I didn't really pick up on the consistency with their previous stuff, but I mean, then again, they debuted with Movie Star. This is Cinema, I guess. I see.
Oh,
Circle.
boo!
I'm sorry. I generally liked the song as well. It was very clean and very crisp, and in fact, it was very roomy. There was a lot of room for the members to play around with, and for me to have fun. The bass in particular, like leading up to the chorus and during the chorus as well. So crisp, so clean.
The chorus,
so nice.
the cinema.
That's
That part is
chorus.
it's a great chorus. I know it's like,
a great chorus.
I normally don't like let's just regurgitate the title of the song, but I feel like it actually really works here. And the choreography where they're doing like a slow turn too while they do it. I felt that worked really well, the combination of that. I felt like this music video / song reminded me a little bit of that AB6 song Stay Young from a couple weeks ago, but I thought that this one executed it a lot better.
Oh.
Okay.
I got same types of vibes in the type of song that they're trying to do.
I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that.
Overall, though, CIX, I know that this was delayed a bit, or was it the other one? I know that I think Jin Young's had some health issues as of late.
Oh, okay.
And overall, though, I think both going back to AB6 because I kind of grouped them with CIX because they're both groups with former produced kids. They're in interesting points right now, right? Because they both had really hot initial starts where they were rising real hard, right? And then for whatever reason, both of them feel like they stagnated a little bit in their careers. I want to see what happens because both of those groups are on my list on groups that I really think need to go on Kingdom because both of those groups qualify because they have music show wins. I really hope at least one of them ends up being the 7th group if there is a 7th group because I feel like they both really need it at this point.
I feel like CIX is one of those groups that like always could benefit from more exposure. Like not that they don't get exposure right now, but like at the same time, the quality of their releases and comebacks is so consistently good.
Yep.
And I feel like if anything, you know, in their generation, to me they've always been a bit of a standout. And how well they deliver on the concepts and the genres and the whole direction they go in. And you know, I feel to me that feels like, you know, if they could, you know, have a little more exposure, you know, have a little bit more presence in the mainstream media, you know, I think they could gain a lot more fans and a lot more success and a lot more cash, you know. And everyone wants cash. No?
Cash. Okay. Anita, what are your feelings overall?
I don't know. I feel like I tend to like groups better when they have a consistent but not like astronomical rise in the beginning.
Okay.
And I guess it's been a little bit interesting for post-produced groups because it seems to be either like really promising in the beginning or it stagnates or like it doesn't seem to be taking off as fast or at all. So I don't know. I think post-produced groups are very new still. Like I know we've had technically 4 seasons, right? But I don't know. It's still new territory because we don't really know the best way for them to promote.
I mean, CIX debuted like 2 years ago, little less than 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. The thing about them is this is only their 4th release, right?
Right.
So I think they got a lot of time still. It just feels like all these produced groups, like what you expect coming out of produced never ends up being what actually happens with them. All of them consistently, right?
Yeah.
Like it just feels like it hasn't been like the greatest, like other than some notable exceptions. Where like, you know, G-Idol popped off, right? Or
Chungha
or like Uju Sonyo is doing particularly well almost like these days. It just feels like it hasn't been the smoothest ride ever for like anyone on that show other than some exceptions.
Right.
Because you got to think like Soyeon didn't even make the group, right? She ended up in the teens. So like things like that. But CIX, you know, Bae-jin Young, very good, right? He's a super talented kid. I remember back in his initial audition, I believe he was the kid who kept looking down at the floor. Was that him?
Yeah, he gained a lot of confidence, though.
Yeah, he's gotten so much better. Overall, I like CIX. I like this release. Please go listen to it. All right, next one. So we have another Hyuna track. I know we had I'm Not Cool last week, but she came back this week with Good Girl. She's from P Nation. Y'all know her debut story, 2007 with Wonder Girls, 2009 4 Minute, 2011 solo artist, I'm So Cool, Flower Shower, Lip and Hip, last 3 songs, and 23 music show wins a 4 minute, 4 as a soloist. So this track, I believe, it was this one or the one from last week. One of them was supposed to be released in August. I think it's this one.
I think so too.
Yeah. So this one got delayed a while because she had health issues as well. So we finally got this one. All right, let's just go around the room. Do you prefer Good Girl or I'm Not Cool?
Good Girl.
Good Girl.
Say.
I honestly like I'm Not Cool more.
Really? Okay.
What is wrong with you? You wild.
My only reason, right?
Yeah.
Is because I do think, on average, Good Girl's a better song, right? Okay. But I think that the peak of I'm Not Cool, that chorus section,
the choreo
plus chorus puts like at least it's memorable. Like I'm not the biggest fan of either of them though.
Okay.
Why do you like Good Girl more than I'm Not Cool?
I feel like I mean, on a theme level wise, they're not like too far from each other.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
they're both songs about being yourself, and that's cool in itself. I'm not cool. I'm not a good girl. You get the idea. While that song felt more like a cliched kind of stereotypical song of that genre, recycles a lot of the staples of that genre. This feels a little more different. It's not that like it's incredibly out there either, but like the use of percussion in the sense, and
it's more poppy than the other one.
Yes.
For sure.
Right. It's a lot more poppy. And what I really also appreciated on a vocal level was that I felt like this was a better match for Hyuna's vocals as well.
I love her vocals here.
Right.
They're very different.
They're very different. And yet what I thought was that it's also, she's still leaning into her like nasally, her voice that some people hate or some people really love. And here I feel like it's a lot more appropriately, tastefully used. Whereas over there, it's like, I'm in your face because I'm not cool kind of deal. Like,
Yeah. I also think with Hyuna, you have to make the distinction. Do you like talk rap or do you not like talk rap? Because she does an excessive amount of talk rapping, right? So I think that will determine your how you feel about all of her songs. But Anita, what did you feel about this one?
I think I kind of mentioned this last week too, towards the end of our review of I'm Not Cool, because this kind of feels like a B-side because she did do some live stages before the video was released. But I think it was meant to be the A track, like the title track back in August, because she did some variety and like she might have teased a little bit of the choreo at the time, and it fits this song. So I don't know. I kind of have wondered why she didn't do that title track with Good Girl, but I guess I agree that with Doug that I feel like I'm Not Cool has more of the catchy choreo that
has more oomph.
Yeah, like shock factor, not personally for being like better, but just more different, I guess, than what we're used to.
Can we talk about some of these outfit choices? All right. If Wonho has the ab window, Hyuna has the boob t-shirt. Like, okay, there's at one point she's wearing bless Hyuna, great. Like she clearly works out a lot, got that diet on point, whatever, right?
Yeah.
At one point it looks like she's wearing like a tank top that she didn't pull down all the way, like straight up. It's like she was getting ready, and they're like, "Oh, film," and she's like, "All right, I gotta start dancing. I gotta dance. I gotta dance." Right? Like you know exactly what I'm mentioning. The other time she wears like a swimsuit thing over jeans.
Right.
And I'm gonna pull back a reference. She was looking like Captain Underpants from back in the day.
Nobody's gonna get that.
But like if you're a boomer like us, you probably know what that reference is. But
she can pull it off though.
No, she can pull it off.
Something it's very like eccentric about her wardrobe in this one as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like her attitude works.
It works.
Yeah.
She loves to layer the weird choices together too, right? But like that jeans with the bathing suit over it, look, I just can't get on board with that. I'm sorry.
At one point, she had like red pants on with like cherry things behind her, and I was like, "Are you wearing cherry pants? Is that what you're trying to do?" Like,
hey. It is what it is, She's gonna wear what she want to wear. Honestly, bless her, because like I'm not confident enough to wear any of that.
Yeah,
she clearly is, and she's rocking it, and she makes it look cool. But as a casual outside objective observer, interesting choices. I'm not saying they're bad though, It's like the stylist and Hyuna, like I would love to be at those meetings where she's like, "This is it." Right? There's like a bunch of stuff. She put on the bra or the swimsuit top, whatever it was, right? She wears she put on the pants or whatever she's wearing, and then she like has the tank top. She starts putting it on. She's like, "Nope, right here. This is it. Like we're good." We're good.
No, see, my question is like, what do they turn down? Like, what is? It's either too normal or too weird.
Because there's got to be like a bunch of outfits. They try a bunch of them on, and she's like, "This is it for this part."
Right.
So. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. My sister always said that there should be a sort of like America's Next Top Model type show or Project Runway. My sister said there should be a stylist competition.
Oh,
where they give them, like,
let's
say there's a group. So you bring in groups as guests or something, right? There's a 5-member group. They give them like 5 denim jackets and jeans, and they're like, style it, make it look cool.
I would watch that.
And then they pick which one's the best, and they actually perform in it or something.
Yes.
Or they're like, here's this amount of money, go to the market and find outfits for this song. Like things like
That's
that.
a
I'd
good
honestly
one.
be down for that. That'd be really cool.
I can already imagine the drama that happens when the pants rip or something. And
Yeah, right? Big aside here. The other show that I really want in Korea, I've been talking about this forever, is The Bachelor with Kim Jong-kook.
oh my god.
I think, here's the thing.
X-Men. So X-Men, basically.
No, but if they straight up did The Bachelor with him, the ratings would be through the roof.
Oh my goodness.
It would be though. All right, going back to Hyuna though, you know, it's a Hyuna song, fun song. You know, go check out Good Girl. But finally, I would probably call this the most anticipated, even though this is not like a typical A track. I don't know if we're even calling it an A track. But it's aespa's Forever. So they are from SM. Debuted last year in 2020. Their only other song is Black Mamba, where they picked up one music show in. And this is a remake of Youngjin's Forever from the year 2000. So this is they're covering this like 20 to 21 years later. So that is that.
Oh dang, yeah.
I found the vocals great. I like the vocals. I find the song to be a little bit boring.
I think it kind of depends on if you like this genre or not. Like if you would instinctively feel like the song is boring or not. Because personally, I don't know about all the listeners, but I really like this type of sound. I like the
It's a retro Korean ballad.
like kind of slowish R&B
Right,
2000s ballad. And I don't know, it fits the mood of the season in North America right now, winter. And I don't know, they left the instrumental, I think. I might be wrong. They left it as is, I think. I don't think they changed anything about it, if I'm correct.
No, they changed it. This is
A little bit?
No. Well, they rearranged it. It's a remake. Although
The instrumental?
as far as I understand, yes. It had a complete different mix with the original in this. But I will admit, if it may, I hope I'm wrong with that, because one thing I felt about this track was that it felt like a cover, not a remake.
Well, that's what I was saying.
That's a good point.
I kind of agree with that, because to me, I listened to the original that was released in 2000, which was like a winter SM
Special
album that they did, right?
Yeah, SM Town.
Yeah, and I listened to the aespa version, and it didn't. The instrumental changes that they did not seem very obvious to me. But I guess for me, it felt like a good thing because I liked the original instrumentation. So I liked that they kept that sound and not made it like modern. I guess like a modern take on the song. To be honest,
Personally, my take on remakes is that you do it with a reason. Otherwise, you call it a cover track.
okay.
And when you're doing a remake, you're on one level. A lot of people remake songs because they want to show respect to whoever the original artist is. Anita told me this right before we began. But Yu Youngjin apparently is one of their vocal trainers.
It seems so, yeah. For winter,
okay.
I believe.
Right. Okay. I mean, Yu Youngjin has like a lot of say in SM like production to begin with.
Yes.
Like, I assume like there was a lot of like connections there, and they're trying to show respect. And that's cool. But then again, like when you're doing a remake, it's your take on that song, right? Like it's your reinterpretation, whether that be more modern or whether that be a different direction or genre or whatever. That's how I view remakes. You know, what does it add to the experience of the original track, and how does it stand on its own? In that aspect, I don't really think this offers that much.
I didn't think of it like that, but I completely agree with you now that you mentioned that. It does really feel like the original, right?
Yeah.
Overall, though, in terms of the singing, clearly they have above average vocals in this group. I think particularly Winter and Ningning are really good. I think I've always said that Ningning sounds like SCS's not SCS. No, is it? SCS's Bada. SCS's Bada, right? She sounds so much like her. It's crazy. The same way, the way they deliver like lines, it's so similar. Overall, though, all right, let me get into some minor critiques from me.
Okay.
I think it was interesting that number one, this song feels like they should have released it in December, right? Like it feels so Christmassy for February. But you know, it's still winter. I'll give you a little bit of a pass on that, right?
It's very snowy still. Yeah.
The issue I have is you're doing a straight up like ballad, R&B ballad, right? And then you just decide to do super close-ups the entire time.
Yeah, that was a little.
And there's just something about they're trying to sing these ballad lines, but then they're asking them to lip sync the lines like cold, essentially, right? Because they're not singing it. And it's for sometimes the emotions or like the amount of power you're singing the line, it just feels a little bit disconnected.
Yeah. No,
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I found more of a disconnect visually because they had a couple of shots where like they were sitting down, but they were still doing like hand movements.
Okay, the choreo is weird.
Yeah, I thought it was a little odd, a little unnatural. But when they went to another shot and they were like on a mic, right? Like a mic stand, right? And they were just singing along. I feel like, okay, this makes more sense. I wish they would have committed to that and not done so many things like sitting down, standing up, and the hand movements.
Yeah, the hand movements are a little weird, right?
Yeah, and I think this goes back to how I feel about how SM feels about aespa in general. And you guys are gonna hate me for saying this again.
Oh boy.
To me, it feels like SM really doesn't trust aespa a lot. Which I get it. Maybe they're rookies, they don't trust them a lot. Whatever. It feels like, you know, SM was like, I don't think they're gonna have enough stage presence without choreo. Let's give them choreo, and that's what they did. That's what that felt like to me. It felt like they added it for the sake of it. Same as their vocals. Incredibly talented vocals. I'm not going to argue with that. It was incredibly talented. But the amount of like cleaning up and like vocal manipulation that went into this, like during the mixing process, it was a little too much for me to hear, especially given it's an
So you're
R&B
saying it's
track.
like it's too clean, right?
Yes, they took the time and effort to clean up the vocals way too much to the part where like to me it sounds very unnatural. And like, you know, like every vibrato feels like it was artificially manipulated, even though they probably had a lot to work with in the beginning. And because Anita told me to, I listened to the live version before we recorded. And that sounds much better. It sounds much more natural.
Yeah, so Warren listened to like a version with the AR removed, essentially.
Right,
so it's just live mic feeds.
Right, and it was great. So to me, it feels like SM, you guys have very talented individuals. You have a very talented group. Let them do their thing. Let them be themselves on stage.
Yeah, this is another SM business strategy too. A couple things. Anita pointed out to me that SM seems to be letting their girl groups cover songs in like the first two songs. So we're noticing a trend there with Girls' Generation doing Girls' Generation, and then Red Velvet doing Be Natural, and then aespa now doing Forever. Sorry, FX, they didn't let you do it. Additionally, what I've noticed is with Red Velvet and now aespa, they let them do two singles without physicals, and then once they build the fan base on the third song, they'll start to probably release physicals to see what the album sales are. And also, I think this is the song to just show the fan base or the general K-pop audience the range that their artists have. Because if you think about Black Mamba and Forever, miles apart, right? And you think about Happiness and Be Natural, very different songs as well from Red Velvet.
Red Velvet, yeah.
It's clearly what they're trying to do, is trying to be like, this is what our kids can do, right?
You know what? I'm looking at their press release. That is completely what they said. They're like,
really?
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, I did
like,
not read the press release.
We're trying to show off a different appeal of aespa, different from their.
It's
the
so
client.
it's so SM to play this safe and only ensure we're gonna sell the album once we know we're gonna get big sales. No, I'm just saying, right? It's such an SM
business.
move.
to make money.
I mean, they're good at business, but it makes sense to me. But it feels so SM for them to do that. In terms of the music video, I honestly might have preferred if they just made it more holiday themed and showed off B-roll footage.
Like them like singing in the studio.
Or
and stuff
them
like that.
out, like, in the snow, or them like walking through Seoul in the winter because it's with steam coming out of somewhere. All those like winter shots that you could do.
But hey, they included the what is it?
The avatars.
The avatars, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we got to
We're
talk
still
about
on
that.
that.
We got to talk about that. That was a good thing, Anita. I wrote that down here though. But like,
Oh no.
it took me so out of the song once they did that.
Oh, really?
Because
Yeah,
for
same.
me, they were singing, I was like, all right, I'm not the biggest fan of this music video. I like the song. I really like the kids in this group. I'm trying to pull for aespa real hard.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the avatars pop up. I'm like, wait, they promised us that and they still haven't given us that.
You were
Right, yeah.
reminded.
And then they did it again. I was like, SM, shaking my angry fist. Like, my problem with SM in terms of aespa, not my problems with aespa. Let's separate that, right?
Yes.
Because SM's the one controlling this ship right now.
Yes.
Y'all promised us so much technology, so much avatars, so much change. We've just had them pop up here and there in the music videos. Maybe they're popping up a little bit more on your apps or something. But like, for me, who's not on your app or something like that, I'm just like, when is it gonna start, fam? Like, I'm still waiting, fam.
I feel like they're still teasing it, to be honest. Like, I feel like they put them in the music video for this one very, very briefly because, one, I don't think it would have made sense to really include them.
Sure, of course, it would be so weird if they weren't there. It'd be so
but
weird.
They're still reminding us, like, hey, don't forget about this. This is still a part of their concept. So
Yeah, but like if they're teasing something, there's something for me to be excited about. I don't know if I'm excited. That's not the word I would use to describe this emotion. It's more
Okay,
of
I honestly,
concern.
at the press release, I would have been more happy if they came out and said, like, we promised the Avatar stuff. It's coming within the year, but because this is a ballad, it'd be kind of sus, so we're not gonna put it in and just go with
get
that. I would
Yeah.
be like, yeah, completely.
Yeah.
But like, they
Thank
just
you for being honest.
They just throw them in to be like, look, avatars, woo, right? Like that's what it feels like. And I just can't get. Also, like, I'm gonna be honest here. We're dropping some takes today. I find their avatars to be a little sus.
what do you mean, sus? What do you mean?
I mean sus as in like
Black Air Force Ones.
no. What I mean is that I think that the members of aespa are all extremely good looking. They have great visuals. They're
Yes.
great looking people, and they go out of their way to make their avatars look like Barbies. And I just don't think you needed to do that. That's just my overarching feeling. Because
I mean, oh yeah, sorry, go ahead.
like I get that they're their avatars, but like some of the kids, like they sharpen their nose or their chin, like,
Right.
and it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth in terms of the way they made them.
The thing is, like, if it was too realistic, then we would get
Okay,
Yeah.
that's also weird too. I get
That'd
that.
be too
Right, yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I don't know how they balance that. It is what it is. I'm still waiting for the SMMMO so we could like find a new game. But yeah, aespa's forever.
Sword Art Online.
Interesting. All right. Other releases this week include Infinite's L with Memory. Purple Kiss had a pre-debut song called Can We Talk Again? And they are the group from RBW with Nagoon from Produce 48.
Yes, yes.
Gaho, who sang that song from Itaewon Class, had another song called Home. His vocals are crazy on that.
Very good.
We have Momoland x Cromance, I'm going to say, with Wrap Me in Plastic, so they remade that TikTok song. Jess Kids had a song called Don't Look
Yes.
Back. If you ever wanted to see Eunji-won act as if he's a doctor, you get it there.
He needs a haircut, by the way. Too
Yes,
long hair.
Kim Woo-suk
That's
from
fine.
Uptension, he had a solo track called Sugar, and then Ravi had a song called Tiger, which is very Korean, that song.
Okay.
A lot of
Oh,
Korean stuff going on in that one. Yeah.
Featuring Chillin' Homie and Kid Millie. Interesting.
Those are kids in his company, right? I believe.
Chillin' Homie is. Kid
Yeah.
Millie isn't. But
Oh
they're
wait, not
good
Kim.
friends.
Yeah, Chillin' Homie
Yeah.
is though. But all right, Spice King. There is consequence this week, y'all. All right. So Spice King is a segment where each week we will decide which song reigns supreme. So the Soju chart, which consists of 3 songs, is going to be evaluated in terms of song quality, spice, and listener fatigue. Songs that place number 1 will be the week's Spice King. And then if you win Spice King 3 times, you'll gain entry into the Hall of Spice, which has consequences this week. So the Soju chart from last week, episode 124, consisted of Chunga's ex picking up her second crown, so she is eligible for Hall of Spice. In second place, we have IZ*ONE's Dead Dead Dance, and then in third place, we have Dreamcatcher's Odd Eye. The candidates for this week include CIX's Cinema, Hyuna's Good Girl, and aespa's Forever. It's not candidates, new candidates is the better way to put it. And then Hall of Spice, so the only 2 songs currently in the Hall of Spice, so they picked up 3 wins, are BTS's Dynamite and Twice's I Can't Stop Me. Woo! All right.
I'll be honest. Remember last week we finished recording the first half
Uh-huh.
and like Anita and I were both like, I don't think we're gonna put Chunghan first next week again. And to be frank, I didn't listen to Chungha's X for a couple of days after that. I actually I haven't
Took
listened.
a break.
Right. I started taking a break like a day or so before we recorded episode 124. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, fair.
And then I stopped listening to it for a couple more days. And then I noticed that the quality of my life was diminishing.
Oh,
My sleep quality was going down. My health was not okay. My grades were not as good, even though
you don't even go to school, bro.
The economy.
That's how bad it was.
Then I started listening to X again, and the economy boosted.
Yo, your stonks went up. You know,
yeah.
not like GameStop. It actually went up again. We were not. So you were not shorting Chungha's X, no?
No.
You were long holding it. So I'm guessing it's in first place for you this week. So
I honestly have to say I thought long and hard about it. I don't think there's another track on here that I could place on first.
Fair. All right.
Okay.
What do you got in second?
I have Eyes One again with DD Dance
Oh.
on second.
Okay.
And then I have CIX's Cinema on third.
Okay.
Very good. Very good.
Honestly, kind of expected.
I don't think that was too out of the blue.
No, I honestly thought that's what you were gonna do. All right, Anita. What chart did you make this week?
Well, I was pretty honest with my comment last week with Warren. I haven't been listening to Chungha as much, so I don't think I will be including it in my list for this week, unfortunately. Because I don't know. I guess for me, I found these new candidates pretty good.
Oh my
and
god!
I actually want to give number one.
Oh, what are you gonna give it? Oh
my
God. Dreamcatcher.
Whoa!
For a couple of reasons, and I think I've mentioned this already in the previous episode. I really like the song, but now that more live stages have come out,
They're amazing live.
they're really good live.
Yo, Yuhyun is Suwa. They killing it.
Yeah, so Dreamcatcher
Oh my
won me
God.
over.
Top 10 biggest anime betrayals of all time.
Anita, what do you got in second?
Oh man.
In second, I have CIX.
Okay,
I also
fair.
really like this song. I guess maybe I didn't get to mention it
I can't
earlier
believe
on,
it.
but
I can't believe it either.
there were a lot of really, really pretty shots in the music video too that I keep rewatching. There's like a silhouette scene in front of the theater marquee that I thought was really, really nice. A lot of the colors were really nice. I don't know, visually and I guess listening wise, I thought it was a very easy listening song, but so catchy with that chorus. So I'll give it the number 2 spot.
And what's in 3?
For number 3, I don't think this is a popular opinion, but I really liked Forever from aespa.
Okay.
Because I liked the sound that they were going for, the 2000s, early 2000s. Oh, Warren. Yeah.
Oh
That's my
my
list.
god. Anita with the spice. Woo!
Please, never again on this podcast should I ever be mentioned as the one that spits spicy takes. Anita is the person.
Oh my god. I can't believe that just
Spicy
happened.
about what I said.
That was so spicy. Okay, I'm gonna be real here.
Extreme spice
My
level.
chart is honestly what I wanted. Right? Like
Okay.
I put what I actually want to put in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I was 100% sure that Chungha would just get 2 first place votes and just win. Like so 100% my expectation. Now I'm not gonna backtrack from my chart at all.
No,
I'm not gonna
go
backtrack.
with your-
I'm
go
gonna
with
give
your
you my
original
chart,
track.
but like
Go, yeah.
I'm just saying I completely thought that at best they'd be a tie for first. Like I mean at worst they'd be a tie for first, and like I thought it was just gonna be a clear path. The first she was gonna get 6 points from me too. Didn't happen though. You know.
I thought she would at least get third on them.
You know who is getting 6 points and 2 first place votes?
It's Dreamcatcher's
Dreamcatcher's Odd Eye.
Let's go.
Boom. Okay, and in second place, I have Eyes One's Dead Dance. Yep, that's the song I got in second place. And in third place, I have CIX's Cinema. Boom. Oh my god. All right. Let me do some math here. Chungha's X, a lone first place vote with 3 points. Dreamcatcher's
It's still a great song. Of course, it's still a great song.
6 points. Let's see. Cinema, 4 points. You know, Eyes Once Did the Dance, 4 points. aespa's Forever, 1 point. Because, all right, let's look at the votes for Cinema. It has 2 third-place votes and a second-place votes, and then Eyes One has 2 second-place votes. What do we do here? I don't know. Do we value all of us liking it, or do we value it getting the most highest votes?
I think number of times on the list should count.
Count more?
I think.
You agree, Warren?
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
All right. I can't believe this happened. You know, Dreamcatcher has not won a music show in Korea. They are winning a music show here. So the Spice chart for episode 125, let it be written, is Dreamcatcher's Odd Eye picking up their first crown, their first ever music show win happened right now. We're making history. In second place, we have CIX's Cinema. And in third place, we have Eyes Once Did the Dance. Not so fast, Chungha. You are not on the chart this week. Wow.
She's coming back soon. Don't worry, Warren.
I cannot believe that happened. That is crazy. That being said, yes, Chungha is coming back soon. She released the teaser for the song
Bicycle.
For Bicycle. It looked fuego. But typically Warren doesn't like regular Chungha songs, so this I think was her chance to win first.
What?
But we do not have new Hall of Spice this week. I think everyone's gonna be shocked about that. But we're finally at show winners. Anita, hit us with them.
All right, so 3 big show winners for the past week. So we have G-Idol's Hwa with 10 total wins. They swept up a win on M Countdown. Then we have IU with Celebrity, 3 wins. So she won on Music Bank, Show Music Core, and Inkigayo. So congrats to her. Then Golden Child with Burn It. They had 2 wins for this comeback, and they won them on the show and show champion. Very good.
Yo, G-Idol's Hwa doing really well on
it
all
is
these shows.
Sweeping.
10 wins. I think it's a combination of having a very good song and then releasing it at the right time for them.
I think the timing was very smart.
And then IU sweeps up the 3 big shows, right? The 3 bigger ones. And then Golden Child, you know, they're doing well. And we did not cover that one, unfortunately. But, you know, they're doing
Good
well.
song, though.
Good song.
Finally, Mnet confirmed that G-Idol's Miyeon and actor Nam Yoon-soo will be the new MCs for M Countdown beginning on February 18th. So Daehee and Han Hyung-min, that model guy, will be stepping down from their MC roles. Miyeon getting some work. I like it. I like it. All right. Finally, we are at the end of a very spicy part 1 of Soju Talk episode 125.
Oh, come on.
Anita's throwing the spice today. But we'll be back after a short break where you can listen to her do the commercial. Bye, everyone.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
We are back at it with part 2 of Soju Talk episode 125, where we discuss recent K-pop news and events and give you the state of the nation. Boom.
Boom.
All right, news and events. The first one is actually, it's not confirmed yet. Let's put that out there. But it could be massive. So, UMG in discussions with Big Hit and Naver. So you're probably like, who's UMG? Well, I'll explain. So the article title is Big Hit Entertainment and Naver to pursue a business partnership with Universal Music Group. Whoa. Business insiders have reported that BNX are in discussions to establish an expansive business partnership with Universal Music Group with intent to venture further into the American market. That alone, a lot could happen there, right?
That sounds very big.
You know, we might get Western people on like Weverse or something. But
it's kind of started, yeah.
But then Big Hit and Naver are like, but it would be good American exposure too if we did that. So it seems like that's the trade that's essentially going to happen. All right. Currently, Universal Music Group artists, including Gracie Abrams, Youngblood, and New Hope Club, already have their own channels on Weverse. So it is established that there's a bit of a relationship. The American branch of Universal Music Group is home to massive global artists including, listen to this guys, Taylor Swift, Post Malone, Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, Drake, Lady Gaga, Kendrick Lamar, Justin Bieber, Rihanna, etc. And pretty much everyone and your mother as well is in that, right? Like
It's a big group.
It's crazy. Lastly, Big Hit did not confirm the reports, but it seems quite likely is what I've been hearing.
I mean, like, Universal Music Group. Easily the biggest entertainment, music distribution, music management, musician management, overall company in the entire world. So, is this a big deal? I don't know. It's probably bigger than a big deal. Like,
like, okay, all right. I don't expect like Ariana Grande to be having a virtual fan sign, you know, like something like that.
Well,
I don't get that. Maybe who knows? But what I see is that Universal Music Group is probably looking at this, right? And they're probably thinking, all right, these Korean people already have like they're really close to their fans, right? They probably see K-pop culture and they're like the fans are very committed, right? How do we get our fans of our artists more committed to them? Oh, this Weverse thing, right? That's why they're so locked in because they get all this content that's cool. Additionally, what they probably see is what people aren't talking about is the Weverse shop aspect of it, where you can buy merch. Because as it exists, to get like artist merch, you either have to find the link when they announce it somewhere, and it's generally a temporary website or something, right? Just for that merch release, or you have to buy it from like a third-party person, whatever. If you centralize it all, you probably sell more, right? Like
probably true.
And because the fans will have the confidence that they're getting the correct price and it's here already and they know what they're getting, it just seems to make more sense to me. And if this does happen, Universal Music Group, Big Hit, Naver, what the heck, right? Like, it could be game changing, I think.
It's a lot of access to a big amount of infrastructure that is not present for the Western audience right now. We're probably not going to start seeing a whole lot of collabs between Western artists and
of course not.
K-pop. Like that's probably not going to happen. You know, there's already too many artists under Universal Music.
If you look up the wiki like page of the artist, it is ridiculous the amount of people they got.
Yeah, I mean, you know, name a company, it's probably under UMG. Let's be honest. They do have a huge presence in Japan and a very weak presence in Korea. Universal Music Korea Group Group Korea or whatever is not super amazing. So maybe they were like, all right, let's talk with these big boys, one of the biggest boys in the club, you know, and then see what it's all about. See what it can do together, you know.
Hey Warren, I'll trade you a Post Malone photo card for your Kendrick Lamar one. Could you imagine in 5 years that's what people are doing? Like it might happen. Like
that'd be nice.
You gotta think Universal Music Group and their like financial analysts are not dumb because they make so much money.
Yeah.
And they're probably seeing like how much people are spending on merch. Like not just concert merch, but like in general, right? How much they're willing to spend. I have noticed, I think a couple Western artists started to make things that are pretty much light sticks. I've heard that.
Yeah.
And then some people have started to include things that are like photo cards in their stuff as well. It's clearly K-pop's influence on that kind of stuff. In other Weverse news, so another reason, these online concerts that could potentially happen, right?
Right.
So BTS's Map of the Soul 1 is officially the #1 highest grossing virtual concert of 2020, with over $44 million earned from 993,000 paid viewers in 191 regions across 2 shows.
Where we have 191 regions in the world?
Yeah. They made $22 million per show when they did that.
Oh my god.
And you don't have to rent a stadium or anything, right?
Right.
You don't gotta like do any of the BS stuff to do that. You could just sell the merch off of the app, right?
Right.
You don't gotta fly the artist to wherever this is happening, and you can still make $22 million in like a couple hours.
A whole million people, almost a million people. Ugh.
Yeah, like $500K each. That's nuts. Like I'm assuming that someone like a Universal Music Group sees that number, and they're like, we should probably be doing that, right?
Yeah.
No, like,
it's
why
like,
aren't we having Kendrick Lamar official map of his soul virtual reality concert. Like,
yeah, I think there's a lot that both sides can offer to each other, and that's what makes this so interesting. And at the end of the day, because we're on the side that's already big on the infrastructure side, we're just gonna get more things that we already know in a means that we know. Because if you just add artists to something like a Weverse, we are like the K-pop fans already know what to do with it, right? So they're just adding more people they like to the platforms. That'd be pretty cool.
Now, that being said, my favorite Western artist is not under Universal Music.
Who is it?
Tyler the Creator.
Oof.
Oh.
He's under Columbia, who's under Sony.
Okay.
Again,
Where's the Weeknd under? You know, shout out to the Weeknd. He performed at the Super Bowl.
oh man, that was
yesterday.
dope. What a dope performance.
So yeah, okay, I want to talk about that. I know it's not K-pop related, but the reason why I thought his Super Bowl performance was so good, number one, he carried it by himself, and number two, he sang live, and number three, there was no parts where I completely cringed. And normally in the Super Bowl show, there's sections where you just hard cringe. The most cringy thing was that close-up thing he kept doing.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that.
That was a little sus. Other than that, though, not the worst thing in the world. I kind of enjoyed it. All right. Next, you got good business news. You got bad business news. So this is corporate investigations.
Ooh.
On February 5th, it was reported that SM Entertainment has been ordered to pay 20.2 billion won, which is about $18 million after tax investigations by the National Tax Service Seoul Regional Tax Office. It was previously reported that Isuman was a part of an irregular tax investigation known as a quote special tax investigation after suspicions of tax evasion. Reports also stated that authorities had detected irregularities in the outflow of company capital in Isuman's corporate transactions. So to sum that up, they weren't paying their taxes, allegedly, and also Isuman was distributing money in weird ways that didn't make sense. The stock shares of Isuman and Lee Sung-soo, his nephew-in-law and the co-CEO of SM, were also investigated. SM Entertainment has stated, quote, after we received the tax notice, we plan to pay the additional collection amount before the deadline of the end of March, and we plan to carry out an appeals process after that.
Okay.
Well,
I mean,
for as cool as SM is and anything like that, this is a true fact. One time, Isuman was wanted by Interpol. Back in the day.
for real?
In 2018, for like slush funds and bribery, back in the day.
Man.
If you look it up, there's like you could see his photo on like the Interpol website back then.
What? Just gotta
And
pay your taxes.
obviously in Korea, I'll be straight up, business practices and governmental practices in Korea are typically more corrupt than they are in the United States. I know US has corruption too, but Korea, there's a lot of dirty things going on. Tax evasion, though, is one of those crimes that a lot of people end up getting, even though they commit other crimes. I'm not saying there's other crimes here, but you got to think someone like an Al Capone went down for tax evasion, right?
that's true. That's true.
Even though he did terrible things. That being said, tax season is coming up. Please pay your
your
taxes.
taxes.
The IRS or the equivalent of wherever you live will probably know if you're trying to hide some money, especially if you're one of the biggest entertainment countries in the country. Entertainment companies in the country is what I mean.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, I hope it was a mistake.
Let's hope so.
18 million is apparently I was reading somewhere it's like 3% of the company's net worth or something. Like something crazy like that. Like,
Oh man, I hope they don't lay off 3% of their company.
yes, yeah, something nuts like that they just conveniently forgot to pay in taxes. All right, at the end of the day though, if the IRS doesn't come to you and say you owe this, then do you actually have to pay it?
Oh my goodness, Douglas, we are a legal.
Just saying.
law-abiding-
Just saying. All right. The second news. Earlier in the week, it was reported that Big Hit Entertainment was investigated by the Seoul Metropolitan Government regarding its Weverse shop. According to the Seoul a lot of words here. According to the government people's e-commerce center, 137 consumer complaints related to the Weverse shop were reported from May of last year to the end of last month. That means not only were they like pissed off about their transaction where they contacted Weverse, that's to the level where you got so pissed off that you contacted the government, right?
Wow.
The vast majority of the complaints were for product defects or delays in returns, refunds, and deliveries. According to the investigation, Weaver Shop also did not display the most basic product information for many items. This includes manufacturers and importers, which are mandatory under Korean law. Big Hit have apologized and has stated that they are taking action on the complaints immediately.
I mean,
That's good.
consumers complaining to the government is actually a lot more common in Korea than you would expect in the States. Given like it's basically, consumer finds something that they think is illegal. They go to the government and say, they're committing a crime, do something about it kind of deal here.
Yep.
Which sounds like they're tattletaling, but it's actually not like that.
And it seems like once they log enough of them, they're like, all right, something's clearly going wrong.
Right.
Overall, though, I want to make clear that all the articles have stated this has nothing to do with the artists at the company, and it has nothing to do with Big Hit, the entertainment side. It only has to do with the specific shop on Weverse is doing a little bit sus things to the consumer.
I mean, if you are going to use this argument as your argument for why
Big Hit is bad or something,
right? Like that,
No.
you are making a big
That's
phrase
a
there.
very
Like,
weak one.
It is what it is. Not a great look though overall
yeah,
because
I mean-
it's in the public. Big companies equal big problems though. Let's just say that. All right.
more money, more problems.
Quick takes. I honestly think the quick takes are more interesting than the big takes this week. So the first one. On February 3rd, Cube Entertainment released an official statement noting that Elkie has left CLC following a mutual agreement for termination of her contract. What I think, the fact that this did not get dragged out means that whatever Cube did was probably wrong, right? And that's why they agreed to
Dang,
terminate it
what the
real
heck?
quick.
Oh, what happened?
That kind of sucks because I kind of picture CLC in kind of like an uneasy situation anyway. Considering Elkie's lawyers were like, they literally said like, we're not going to support the group anymore, things like that.
Right, yeah.
My guess is that they reversed course on that just to spite what has happened, which would be a good thing if you're a CLC fan overall. All right, next one. Actually surprising and big news. So Luna's Star charted number 40 on Billboard's Pop Airplay chart for the week of February 6th. The Billboard Pop Airplay chart ranks the most successful tracks across over 160. So top 40 stations is a genre of a music station in the United States, in the US every week. So what you basically got to know is Luna's song was the 40th best, most played song on American radio on these big stations.
Wow.
Wow.
That's nuts. They are now just the 6th K-pop act or Korean act overall to appear on the chart alongside Blackpink, BTS, Psy, Monsta X, and BTS's Suga.
Wow.
Let's go, Luna.
That's crazy.
That's
right?
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think we have the Billboard number, but on some other metrics, they're like 33 on a different one of these charts, I believe.
Oh, man.
Or it might be this one. But like, that's kind of nuts.
That's
right?
nuts. I had no idea they're playing
Orbits.
this song in American
Good
radio
job.
to begin with.
Yo, and that's one of the songs. I know there was some issues that it's similar to other people's songs, but like I really like this song. I'm really happy for Luna. Yeah, and there's like a whole campaign in the community to like stream it on like places where it will then get translated into airplays. So like, shout out to the fandom.
Team
yo.
effort, yeah.
Oh,
Shout out to the Orbits because you're pushing the group real hard and people are noticing. The article that I referenced this week was a Forbes article. That's how big this is.
Whoa.
Yo,
That is
but
some
you know what?
weird
Another
stuff.
thing, F Forbes, because I don't have a subscription to them, and after I clicked another link, I couldn't read the article anymore. So,
Yeah.
so
you read all your free articles. Sign up for your.
yeah, so F Forbes. All right, next. FNC Entertainment has announced sub-labels FNCB and FNCW. FNCB will be a joint venture with How Entertainment, a subsidiary of NHN Bugs, and will focus on trap music exclusively.
Whoa. Okay.
Next, FNCW will exclusively and independently manage female artists, including Cherry Bullet and FNC's upcoming girl group.
FNC
Okay.
women.
You know, something that people aren't really recognizing is who is under FNC and does trot? Yoo Jae-suk.
Oh, Oh,
well, I mean, do we consider you just look as a trot artist?
Okay, I'm just saying that's like the only track connection I saw, but like
I guess,
it's interesting.
yeah.
Yusansu, right? Like
Yes.
I don't know. That was something I noticed. FNCW, it's good that they're focusing hard on just the female groups because it means that the staff of that subsection will probably have good knowledge of the girl group market specifically, and I can only see that as a good thing going forward for them.
Right.
All right, other agency news. Beat Interactive will reportedly work with Swing Entertainment to manage future activities of Ace. So Beat Interactive will work on the global marketing and artist production side, while Swing Entertainment will focus on artist management.
Okay.
Interesting.
Honestly, it's not the first time that a CJ subsidiary has just been like the the artist management side of a group. Because you got to think like From Us 9, like the produced groups are sort of under Swing sometime, right? So they know what they're doing there.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the Beat Interactive company, whatever you want to call it, for Ace, because they have been pushing that group so hard, like, and it's really good to see. Also, Alexa's management has been doing a really good job getting her out there. Those are like my two MVPs for like smaller groups and agencies who are doing really well for their artists.
Right.
All right, Big Hit Entertainment's very own rhythm game, Rhythm Hive, featuring BTS, TXT, and Hypen, has officially launched its preseason ahead of the game's worldwide release. Fans can now test their sense of rhythm to their favorite songs by BTS, TXT, and Hypen, while collecting cards of each group's members and completing sets for more advantages.
Okay, so it's a rhythm game where you collect cards.
Yes.
Sounds vaguely familiar to a different
Yes.
rhythm
Yeah.
game.
Sounds a little bit like the Superstar series.
Yeah, it sure does.
And I believe that BTS used to have a Superstar series game. Basically, they're doing it in-house and it's going to be proprietary. Makes sense to me. You get more money that way.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that this one, it's like... So we have a couple people playing it on our main server, right? And they said it's a little... not great right now because there's supposed to be like co-op modes where you play with other people and things like that. But they say the network's not working that well, so then you get a lot less points because you can't play with other people. But you got to think it is in the preseason, so we'll give them a bit of leeway there for now. At least it's working, unlike another.
Oh no! Don't talk about that app.
All right. Next. Sublime Artist Agency shared that Rain and Chungha are in discussions for a potential collaboration song to be released next month in March.
Oh.
You know, I feel like that could have been foreseen given how much Rain loves collabs and how much Chungha loves collabs. But
True.
I'm not complaining.
Hey, they're both super trendy. I could see something in Suits. I don't know.
Yes.
It's like a suit
Yes.
piece, right?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And you know the choreo is going to be ridiculous, right?
Great dancers.
This is a teaser that dropped that was really funny and I'm really down for. So Twice's Dahyun and Chaeyoung dropped a teaser to announce that they will be releasing a cover of Rain and JYP Switch to Me on February 10th.
Interesting.
Nice.
The teaser was essentially that opening scene of Switch to Me where they're at the bar and they're just like fronting to each other.
Yeah.
And like Dahyun's, I think it was, Chaeyoung was like, Dahyun, I heard you grew 1 centimeter. And then Dahyun back to Chaeyoung was like, well, I heard you grew 0.7 centimeters. Like, it's honestly, I'm kind of excited for this. I think it's smart. I think more companies should do fun things like this.
Yeah, have fun.
I also feel like it playfully plays into their image as well as like their personalities as well as the image that they're going after nowadays. Like,
yeah. And they even announced it as like a Dubu Chang collab thing. Like, not Chaeyoung Dahyun. Like, they're like Dubu and Chang. All right, lastly, on February 7th, Mnet dropped the first video teaser for Kingdom, which will premiere in April, and also confirmed the 10th season of Show Me the Money.
10?
It's been confirmed, Warren.
Oh my god.
okay, I mean, if you do 9 seasons, might as well do another one. Call it 10.
Is this the last one?
And it better be the last one.
You know what they should do? Bring back the 9 winners and make them compete against each other.
That would be so exciting, but that would be really weird because the first season, the winner was Loco and Double K. Double K, who didn't make it past round 3 a couple seasons ago.
Oh.
Hey,
And then-
people are gonna sink or swim.
And second season was Soul Dive. Like, do you guys? Nobody knows who that is anymore. Like,
Nope.
Not.
but we might get Bobby again third season. You know. Like,
Oh, Bobby? Bobby, show me the money.
BY?
oh,
Did BY win?
Yeah, he won.
Oh, he won. All right. Yeah. All right. Announced comebacks. B2B's Pinel, February 14th. Soyu and IZ*ONE featuring PH1 for a Pepsi song. And you know how Starship has that thing with Pepsi going on. Monster X's I Am solo debut February 19th. Wonho February 26th. I'm going to forecast some abs in that one.
Oh.
All right. Sunmi and the February, On and Off and the February. ATEEZ Anita March 1st.
Let's go.
And your boy Mingi will continue to be on hiatus, but took part in the recording of the new album.
Oh wow.
Oh.
And he has been on hiatus since November due to anxiety. And then
Oh.
finally, iKON in March.
Icon.
Okay.
All right, State of the Nation. We're going to be doing another one of those World Cup thingamajigs. This time, though, let me see if I could do this while we're recording. Let's see if I'm good at this, all right?
We're not trying to take a pause. Okay.
We're not going to pause. All right.
Okay.
But this week, so Warren set this up. I told him to go nuts. What he decided on was he put a bunch of really bad travel experiences. Like, if there's no pandemic and you can travel to these terrible experiences, we're going to decide which is the best experience out of all the crap ones, essentially.
I wouldn't say crap. I wouldn't say bad. I would say controversial.
Controversial.
I did it. It looks good. I did it.
Okay, you did it. Good job.
Actually, I didn't do it. Warren looks really weird. Let me see if I can adjust.
Oh no. I still have my 2 hands and 2 legs and I have a face.
You know what? Let's do it on the fly. I'm gonna move him on the fly. Oh, I don't know why you're in a different spot today. I am buying time, as I go.
Okay, that's fine. Let me and Anita talk while you do that. Anita, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good.
Yes.
You watch anything recently? You still watching the Yosin Ganglim?
No, I've been trying to avoid spoilers because I haven't been able to catch up with the episodes.
Oh no.
What I
All right,
have been watching.
we're good.
You good?
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
It looks a little weird, but it's fine. All right, let's do this.
Okay.
All right,
you need to share us the screen as well, by the way.
That's what. Oh, all right. Let's take a pause.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. All right, we're back. We fixed it. Let's do this. All right. So these are some poopooassass travel experiences.
The official title is Worst Travel Experiences That You Don't Want to Go to Even If the World Was Not in a Constant State of Turmoil, but the best one.
All right. The first one is a luxury Caribbean cruise, except the food smells fishy and you may or may not give you food poisoning. Okay. The other one is Camino del Santiago for 35 days. Can you explain this place? I don't know it off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. So Camino de Santiago is this very long route that spans through Western, Southern Europe, Spain, Portugal, and a couple other countries. And it's people, gain the knowledge of wisdom, while walking this path. I don't know too much about it. I know that you walk for 35 days and you have a backpack and there's a lot of people along the way who will help you and give you food and whatnot. But you're walking for 35 days.
Okay, I made my decision.
You
know what? Hey, food poisoning though.
Hey, here's the thing. It may or may not, You never know.
Bro.
It might be safe. Also,
Anita wants to go hiking, right?
I do. I want to walk.
You want to walk for 35 days straight.
Anita, why walk when you could just sit on the toilet for the whole cruise, right?
No, I'd rather not be to be honest, I also am not a fan of boats. So I wouldn't be a fan of just a cruise in general.
Please. Jack,
here's my logic. You're going to be not eating well either way.
I'd rather be on land.
I would rather be sitting on a nice beach chair, with a swimming pool in front of me and starve rather than walk and starve.
If you just don't eat or get the food poisoning, this is like a diet trip on a cruise.
That's nice.
No.
I'm sure they have a trip as well.
Right?
No. What?
Also, Anita, think of it this way. Right now, we are already aware that it may or may not give us food poisoning.
Yeah.
Why not get a big suitcase, pack all your amazing food in it, and just cook on your own when you come to the cruise?
Also, wait, okay. My family's in the fishing business. Fishy smells ain't great, though. Let's be straight up here.
I mean, like, I'm okay with sashimi, you know? Like, I like fish.
Okay. All right. No, honestly, we're choosing the right one, Warren. I was joking.
You guys didn't even know what that is until I explained it.
All right. Let's see these other travel experiences. All right. We have Pyongyang or Tokyo, but you're cosplaying anime characters the entire time.
Oh, what?
All right. Do we want to be indoctrinated into anime or indoctrinated into North Korea?
Into the people party.
Oh.
Look. I think this is a clear win for Tokyo, personally.
Wait, do you get to choose who you cosplay?
Sure, why not? It's your anime character.
안녕하십니까?
Here's the thing. You go to Japan, nobody knows you anyways. Why would you give an F?
True.
Why would you give an F? Just
Well,
dress up as a weirdo and then go hang out at a
But I don't speak Japanese. I'm gonna be so weird.
Yeah, but do you think they speak North Korean? Like, that's also very different from regular
I'll just
ass
pretend
Korean.
I'm a filthy American while I'm there.
Yeah, get arrested.
No, real talk though. Like, all right, I've watched many documentaries on
Same.
they do the tours in Pyongyang to the Westerners.
Yeah.
It's so sus. Like,
It's mad sus.
you remember the kid? This is a sad story. He stole the banner and then died.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a guy on one of these trips. He thought it'd be funny to steal like a tapestry, and then he ended up just dying, like straight up.
Oh, what?
Like, there's a lot of people like that, like people who like have traveled to Pyongyang and like just don't come back. That's a thing.
I like how you pronounce that. Pyongyang. I like that.
Pyongyang.
Realistically though, because I am of Korean ethnic origin, I don't want to go to North Korea. As much as like a lot of my family historically is from the northern part of Korea, back when it was nice and it wasn't communist and it wasn't closed off, I feel like I ain't coming back if I take that trip.
That's
Like, I feel like they're gonna be like, "You Korean?" I'm like, "I'm American." That's about it. I don't K-pop. They take me away. I know. Whoops, I messed that up. All right, we're back. Let's do the cosplay thing. You know, I'm getting into anime.
Dear.
We were talking about anime.
You were telling us.
True.
This could live out my fantasies. You know, let's go.
You get to dress up as your favorite anime character
All right,
24/7.
Oh, Seoul, but you're wearing AirPods with crayon pops, bop, 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 playing 24/7, or skydiving in Hamburg, Germany. This is one of those skydiving where you don't have. Oh, scad diving.
Skydiving, yeah.
Skydiving. So I know what this is. You don't have a rope. You basically jump into a net.
Yep.
What?
You're basically. I encourage people to watch this on YouTube real quick. They hang you on a thing. You wear a harness with like, you know, it's tied to like a rope thing, and they detach it, and you just free fall.
You free fall with no rope into a net, essentially.
Right.
Oh my god.
You know what?
know.
That sounds preferable than listening to bop bop bop.
Dude, I would.
Hey.
I feel like after a couple listens, I'd get used to it. You know, like.
Da-da-da-da.
Here's the thing.
Get set, ready, 24/7 when you're sleeping too.
I mean,
Really?
like,
It's just 24/7.
yeah,
Oh, I
didn't
can't.
think about that, but I mean, like, I feel like you would get used to it. Also, like, you know, it's like it's plenty easy to get around Seoul without talking to anybody.
If you just go to the scad diving in Hamburg, Germany, regardless of how terrified you are, and you just do it, you got the rest of your trip normally.
That's true.
We don't know
That's
that.
True.
What else is there in Hamburg, Germany?
What, you gonna be doing this 24/7 too?
It doesn't say that. It doesn't say 24/7.
Honestly, for me, like 100% the one on the right, the scad diving.
Really, that easily? I would.
Oh, here's a funny story.
I'm a big wussy.
My sister's husband's sister, right? So technically my sister-in-law. I don't know how it works
Yeah.
if you're not
Yeah.
in the relationship, but she, like a couple years back, randomly told the family that she had been skydiving for like years, and she had done like 20 plus
my God.
help skydives just out of nowhere.
Oh my
She's
God.
like,
She's a
I'm
professional by now.
yeah, she's just like good at it. Like
Wow.
that feels like a risky endeavor. Like this skydiving. Honestly, let's go Germany. That's
It
what I
seems
wanna
safer
do.
than just like skydiving like freely though.
It seems safer than listening
Yeah.
to Crayon
There
Pop
have
for
been
24
accidents. Oh, just
There
putting that
have?
out there. There have
They
been.
have.
Whatever, YOLO.
I would much rather. Am I the only one here for going for Seoul?
Anita, which one are you picking?
See, I feel like the constant song would deter, take away from like the experience of the traveling. So I'd rather just get over it.
You get used to it.
Anita chose the skydiving thing.
Yeah,
Let's
I think
go.
I would.
Oh, tripping.
All right, what do we got next?
Why is it not loading?
Why is it not loading?
Why is it not loading?
Oh,
Oh,
here
there we go.
Week-long ride on the Trans-Siberian Railway or Cancun, but yourself isolating in a room.
In a hotel room because you're in Cancun.
I mean, I don't really go outside anyway, so the Cancun one.
There's actually a slang term nowadays in Korea called hokkangse, which is a combination of hotels and vacation, where essentially you go to the hotel and you just hang out, and that feels really cool. You know, like
I have also seen stuff on the Trans-Siberian Railway. It's expensive, and Russia's gigantic.
also it's a little sketchy here and there. You know, I mean,
Really?
sure, yeah, I mean the cops are there. You know,
I mean,
but,
look at this picture. This seems kind of sus.
Yeah.
I like train rides though.
I will admit I chose the most positive looking photo for that one because I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, if you want to pay more money and go in first class, like you get your
Yo,
own
shout out to our Rus listeners. Shout out to our Russians. Let's go.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Self-isolate. Like for me, like no brainer, Cancun. Like
Same.
honestly,
Same.
no brainer.
Anita, like you can get you can get room service. You can order a lot of like great foods.
Bro, you can
like,
look out the window at the beach. You know.
Wait, so in Cancun, are you in the room only, or can you just be anywhere in the hotel?
No. Just in the room. That's
You're
it.
self-isolating in the
what?
hotel room. That's what
It's like you know how like certain countries you gotta isolate for 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you're doing
That's
in Cancun.
what you're doing. You're doing it at a Cancun.
You're
hotel,
doing it for 2
basically.
weeks, and then the day you're done, you're flying back to the
Yeah,
US.
yeah.
Ah.
Okay, here's the thing. Let's think of both of the, I didn't, again, these are randomly like matched, so I didn't know these two were going to be up against each other, but both of these situations, you're trapped in a small space and you're looking outside.
Yeah,
It is
but
incredibly more exciting to look at a beach than just the Siberian field.
Anita, you got good Wi-Fi on. One of
That's
these.
true.
oh, true. Wait,
True.
okay.
I don't know how the
Catch up on all the
Wi-Fi
drama.
is. I don't know how the Wi-Fi is on the Trans-Siberian Railway. I really don't.
If you have Wi-Fi.
My
let's
logic was
begin
gonna be that for the Cancun thing, you're isolated in the room, so you can see the outside, but you can't go. So that's even more torture. Whereas in the train, like you're actually
Anita,
moving.
are you gonna take showers on this Trans-Siberian train?
What?
you?
No,
Can you?
give that up. That's no, that is not a
Maybe
thing.
in the first class there's actually showers. There might be.
Actually, yeah. But this is the picture.
Anita, you've been overruled here. We are going to Cancun for this one.
Fine.
All right, next one.
how happy she is.
We got shark cage diving in South Africa and campus tours of top universities in the United. Oh, so this is just a whole trip of just campus tours.
Right. That was actually inspired by my personal experience and other
really?
various Asian parents out there who take their kids on various campus tours when they're in high school to inspire their children to go to great universities. Shout out to my mom. That was a complete waste of time.
Really? That sounds kind of nice.
You know, these don't sound bad. Like either of them to
I don't
me.
want to be with the sharks. I really don't.
Wait, I like sharks.
You like sharks?
Personally, I feel like shark cage diving, it's like pretty safe. Especially
Yeah.
given like sharks don't eat people to begin with.
What's the worst case scenario? You lose a foot? Like YOLO. Who cares?
deal.
That is the worst case scenario. Yes. I
Hey,
do not want to risk that.
I've always said if someone told me we'll amputate your leg from the knee down for like $5 million, I take the deal.
Okay, I wouldn't take that deal. That's
I
a
take
stupid
that deal. Let's just be honest. I take the
Dude,
deal.
your body's cheap. $5 million, dude. No, like, no.
Care, bro. I'll get a cool prosthetic or be in a wheelchair. It's chill. I don't really care. I'd honestly take that deal. I'm not kidding.
I
about that.
would personally think like shark cage diving very thrilling, very
Yeah.
exhilarating. Campus tours, bro. I've already finished college. Why do I need to do this again?
Well, I do like looking at architecture and I like
Yeah.
lore. That seems kind of fun. All right, where will we go? You go to like Stanford. Stanford is pretty campus.
Yeah, I guess.
Top
Harvard, Yale,
universities
Princeton,
have pretty campuses.
University of Michigan. You would not go to the Ohio State University. Not a top university.
Yeah.
Or Michigan State. Hail to the victors.
Shout out to everybody who goes there.
But I feel like I would have fun at one of these and kind of be bored by the third day of the other one.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like after you do like 3 campus tours, it's the same poop over again. Like they're like, oh, we have general education requirements in our college.
Your credits from the AP test will transfer.
And then there's always this one person who's like, what is the ACT limit? And then the person's like, well, go, you can check it out at this website. Here's the flyer. Like it's the same stuff over and over and over.
Anita,
again.
I think you've been overruled again, and we're going shark cage diving.
Hey, South Africa!
No.
South Africa.
Animals. Do you hate animals, Anita? What is going on?
I just don't want to be underwater with a shark.
Uh-oh.
Well, clearly you chose the non-animal option, so you don't like animals. I'm sorry, Anita.
I'm gonna have to refresh.
Something.
It ain't loading.
It's because Anita doesn't like animals. That's what it is.
All right, I'm gonna reload this and hopefully. Oh, wait, why is it back again? Oh, who cares?
Okay, I guess we're just going poop.
I think it's still on the 5th one. Who cares though? Guam, but your friend didn't bring anything and keeps you. What?
Keeps asking you if they can borrow your stuff.
I've had a situation like that.
Yeah, like it's like very not. I wouldn't say very mildly annoying the entire time. Yeah.
Anita, do you prefer the Guam one where, let's say, like we were there and I forgot all my stuff, and every 10 minutes I'm calling you and asking you for stuff? Anita, I need money because I want to buy chips at the gift store. Anita, I need some taxi money.
Anita, do you have shampoo, conditioner, body wash, lotion?
Anita, can I borrow your toothbrush?
I mean, for like general stuff like that, I don't usually mind.
Anita, I know you're a nice person. I get it. But look here. If they're doing it constantly, 24/7, like, are you willing to accept that?
Honestly, versus this and the campus store, I'm going to Guam. I'm like, and Anita's all right.
Actually, okay.
I think that it didn't move last time, so I think we're supposed to be on the 6th one. Please load. Okay, loaded this time.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Bangkok, but your friend keeps getting lost. Bull running in España.
Oh, that's a different type of stress.
I've been to Thailand.
Okay.
That is true.
I lived in Thailand for like 2 months at one point.
How was it? I know you had a lot of fun, but
bro, it's crazy. But the getting lost in Bangkok does happen all the time. Here's the thing. The Thai language, very complex. Right? Us Americans, it's not a good connection, right?
Yeah.
Additionally, like I was given a map of like our neighborhood in Thailand. We lived a little bit in the suburbs because I was a part of some program. We were not in the main district, so it's one of those suburbs where like sometimes the taxi drivers don't want to drive you to because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Right,
it's like northern Bangkok. I had a map that showed like what intersection we were at. I gave them the map. I'm like, can you take me here where it pointed out our house? They're like, bro, he didn't know which way to hold the map or anything. I asked my guide and stuff. He says like, yeah, some people like maps are not like a thing we do all that much here. It's like word of mouth for a lot of taxi drivers. I kept getting lost in Thailand and I don't speak Thai. That being said though, getting lost is sometimes fun during vacations.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Like if you are the one that gets lost and gets to explore, kind of stressful, but really it's also fun.
You're saying like I have to find you every hour.
But if my friend is the one that keeps getting lost, like I remember like this 2 years ago, me and 3 other buddies, we were visiting Korea, Japan, and Taiwan. Not gonna name who. Adam continued to the 4 of us would walk for a while. And then he would disappear. He would just randomly disappear. And then we'd be like, where did he go? Like, I understand that we walked past the market, but like, can you like walk like for 10 minutes without looking at the chopsticks? Like, come on, like, it was kind of stressful because if he gets lost, we're responsible.
All right, let's be real though. I don't want to do the bull running. I'm gonna die.
That's dangerous. Yeah.
People die in that.
People do die.
Can we assume that you got like if you're in Bangkok, you still have like phone access? You can call each other and still find each other.
Hey, you got that international plan, Anita? I don't, so it's gonna be sus.
I'll get it.
Yeah, get a Wi-Fi portable hotspot. Get a
honestly,
portable
this
hotspot.
bull running seems like I'm gonna die. Straight up.
Yeah, I'd rather we get lost.
They gonna
or
see
friend
they
get
gonna see
lost.
my Korean ass and be like, "Oh, you dead, fam." Like, I ain't just gonna I ain't doing that.
I
Look
personally
at this
feel-
picture. There's a dude about to die. Right there, there's this red and black striped guy about to die in the photo.
Oh, in the middle below the blue
And look at
guy.
everyone else looking like, "Oh crap, that homie's dead." Look at this picture.
I mean,
God.
here's the thing: like, if you go bull running in Spain, I'm sure you can like run away to the corner and like hide the rest.
Does
of
it
the
look
time.
like you could run away? Look how scared the guy in the green looks too.
Yeah, but like, look at the guy in the left corner who's just like up there taking photos. Like that could
Yeah,
be us.
but that guy ain't running. He taking pictures.
But it says you have to run, so I'm guessing you
begin
down there.
running and then you run away. That's what
All
you
right,
do.
so what we'll do is we'll start running. I was going to trip Warren, but we'll trip a random and let them die, and we'll keep going. No. And then I'll just be doing swing kicks, tripping people while we keep going.
No.
We're Gucci.
it's
we're Gucci.
process of elimination. That's what
Yeah.
that is. Yeah.
Honestly, though,
No.
Bangkok, but your friend keeps getting lost is the correct answer,
I
right,
think
guys?
Bangkok, at least you don't die. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you still might die, but it'll be more fun. All right. Okay. Penguin watching in the South Pole. Shark cage diving again in South America, in South Africa. I feel like the penguin one's more fun. It sounds like an adventure.
I feel like I've seen documentaries of people going to South Pole to like document like penguins and like animals. It's cold.
Yeah, but
It's
Yeah.
really cold.
okay, shark cage diving, like a lot of people have done that, right? Like,
Right.
It's a thing. You could go to most tropical
I
places
guess
with sharks
it's-
and do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Penguin watching in the South Pole seems like an incredible story forever.
I will admit
Cute.
they
It's like,
are
bro,
really cute.
I saw Happy Feet out there, fam. Like,
Yes. Mumbo.
here's an aside about Happy Feet. So there's a guy who actually mocapped the Happy Feet character.
Yeah.
His name is Savion Glover, and he's widely considered like the best tap dancer to ever exist. Just wanted to know he mocapped
Unreal.
the penguin.
I just thought they just did a good job of animating it.
Anita, you like warm weather, right? More than cold.
I mean,
you guys,
to be
you
hon-
lived in Michigan. It's freezing there.
yeah, I'm kind of used to the cold. Right now, we have I don't know how many
You
feet
can't
of
compare
snow.
Michigan with the South Pole.
But you get jackets and gloves and boots, and you get to watch penguins.
What if we get that North Face sponsorship? I feel like we'd be
Yeah.
pretty warm.
I will admit, watching those documentaries, like the penguins, like, especially the emperor penguins, like they're like so curious about people and like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
bring
the
and whatnot.
scientist.
And they're not scared at all. They just walk up to you and they just start playing with you and like start playing with your equipment.
Yeah,
and stuff.
see, that's cute. Can you play with the shark? No.
I mean, you could feed it meat.
My leg? No.
All right, penguins it is, guys. Penguins it is. All right, last of the first round, we got 10 men.
10 men.
10 men, Mountain Skywalk or Disney World, but you're a friend who can't ride, but you're with the friend who can't ride any of the rides. Huh. I think
Okay.
one of these is clearly the right choice.
I mean, I can still go on the rides, though, right? Even if the friend can't.
Yeah, but
Here's
you
the
feel
thing.
like a dick.
As someone whose family is really into Disney, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm privileged to have gone to Disney many times.
That's you.
Sometimes it's, as I've gotten older, sometimes it's not even getting on the rides. It's about the ambiance while you're there.
The whole vibe.
The whole vibe is just nice, in my opinion. I know a lot of people, some people don't like Disney. My family, we love Disney. We've been going since I was like really little. Like sometimes we just like go and chill. Like we don't ride all that much because we've done everything, right? And we just like hang out. It's fun.
I mean, the thing with Tianmen Mountain Skywalk is like
Is this the glass one?
right. It's the glass.
Oh,
one.
hell no.
Parts of it's wooden. And like
Oh.
it's widely considered one of the most dangerous jobs to be one of the repairmen of the Skywalk.
What?
Because people fall and just slip and fall and die all the time. That's
Okay.
the thing.
I'm in
Hey,
my
where you going, Tom Brady? He's going to Disney World. Yo, shout out to Tom Brady, Michigan man, won his 7th Super Bowl, defeated
Seven
Mahomie.
Super Bowls. What a guy.
I think this is a clear Disney World, right, guys?
I guess you
I'm
go to
going
Disney World.
Disney.
Hey, I've
Okay.
gone to Disney with my grandma who can't ride all the rides. It's still fun, you know. Just saying. All right, that was the end of round 1. Now we got the Camino de Santiago, the nature walk for 35 days, or the penguin watching. Clearly, penguin watching wins here, right, guys?
Really?
I could barely walk from my bedroom to this office to record. I ain't walking.
Yeah, I would say 35 days is a bit long.
It's excessive. I know, like, people like my sister, shout out to her, she's listening, like, would love to do this 35-day nature walk if she could, but, like...
Okay, so I looked up a little bit more about it. It's this very religiously awakening, enlightening experience.
I'm not religious. It's a clear option.
At the end, it's very, what's the word? Catholic?
Cathartic.
No. Catholicism.
Catholic.
Oh,
I thought. Wow, I thought you were saying like it was a cathartic release to finish it. You're like, no, man, it's Catholic. It's very Catholic.
But like at the end of it, there's this huge cathedral, and it's based on one of the walks that one of Jesus's
homies,
12 students. Yes, his homies. They went
disciples, bro. Oh my god! It's one of the walks the 12 players walked into.
Look, I'm translating from Korean here, okay? Like,
Anita, you would pick the walk, right?
Yeah, I kind of like.
Warren,
the
what
walk.
are you picking here?
I like cute penguins, man. Like,
yay, penguin time!
Yeah, like
Penguins.
South Pole time.
All right, what do we got in the quarterfinals? The Tokyo cosplaying or the Bangkok, but your friend keeps getting lost?
Easily Tokyo.
Tokyo.
You know, okay,
I actually, you know how I'm generally self-conscious in public, but as I've gotten older, the YOLO-ness has crept up a little.
Yeah.
Honestly, who cares? Let's go to Tokyo.
Dude,
Crazy.
honestly, you could just dress up as like a school boy.
No, I'm gonna be
girl.
One Punch Man. I'm gonna just shave my head and run around with it in a yellow
out.
We
unitard.
could do that too.
Yeah, let's just do that. That sounds more fun. Yeah. I feel like I'd be drunk the whole time too. All right, Guam, but your friend didn't bring anything, and they asked to borrow your stuff all the time, or the no rope skydiving in Hamburg, Germany.
Oh,
I feel like you go to Germany, you meet the European members of the SojuTalk Nation, hanging out with them in Germany, and just jump off of here YOLO one time.
I mean, like, personally, if the annoying friend part spans the entire trip.
I can't deal with that.
Yeah, I can't deal with. Like, I'm gonna run out of shampoo. I'm gonna run out of.
Bro,
like,
we could
hair
barely
conditioner.
handle each other for 2 hours of recording a week. If I bugged you every 20 minutes for a whole trip, we hate each other by the end of it.
Yeah, no, I would go skydiving instead. You know, get it
Anita
over
doesn't
with.
want to though. That's the problem.
I mean,
Anita,
they're not
imagine
that bad. Either choice, to be
Bro,
honest.
a free trip to Germany, I would do that instantly. If they say you get to go to Germany for free, you just gotta jump in this thing. I'd be like,
Oh,
worst case scenario, I hit the ground and die and don't feel it. Best case scenario, free trip. That sounds like a pretty easy thing, you know? Like,
you
come on.
won't die if you just share your stuff with your friend.
No, I'll die if I do that. I'll die.
your friend might make you too angry. You just fall down.
I mean, I feel like he'd die.
Kill him. You kill him.
Kill him. Sure. We'll death note him while we're in Japan. All right, skydiving. We good on that? Right?
I vote skydiving.
I think that's majority, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Final for the quarterfinals. We got the Cancun, but you're self-isolating, or Disney World, but your friend can't ride the rides. That's a toughie.
I would actually just hang out in Cancun in a little hotel room.
What?
I would actually do that.
What?
I would Disney.
I would
Disney.
bring a huge hard drive with like all the anime, movies, dramas I want to watch. You know?
I feel like the clear answer is Disney World, because at the minimum you could hang out, eat some park food, even though it's so expensive. Look at some souvenirs. Maybe take a photo op with Mickey, because that's not considered a ride, although it is now
Also-
because there's fast passes for it. But
Yeah, also considering this is in a world where COVID is over, right?
yeah, no.
Why
COVID.
would you want to stay in a room
Oh,
again?
Oh, look at
but like
Anita
I get
here.
better food than like stupid Magic Kingdom turkey legs. You know, like
But you get to
Bro,
walk
bro.
outside.
Bro, there's better food now at a lot of these parks than just
Really?
turkey legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Also, I actually kind
Disney.
of like the turkey legs. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I
there
like
you
it
go.
too. I have a
Yeah.
T-shirt with it on it, I think.
I think don't I have a big picture of it on Facebook with me? eating
So
it?
do I.
Oh, there we go.
All right, penguins or cosplaying? Yo, cosplaying. I've been convinced of the cosplaying.
You know what? Yeah, F it. I would just go to.
I'm gonna be an anime waifu this time, the whole time. I'm gonna wear that maid outfit that lady in this picture's wearing, fam.
You're gonna cross dress?
I don't care.
We're in Tokyo.
My plan for this trip is the second I walk off this airplane, I'm gonna be drunk already. We'll be drunk the whole time. Like
Start drinking on the plane, basically.
we're gonna be sake bombing the entire and because Japan's like we ain't even gonna book a hotel. I'm just gonna pass out on the street every single day.
No.
You're gonna get arrested. That's what's gonna happen.
Hey, in Japan they don't. I know in Korea they generally don't rob you when you pass out in the middle of the street. I'm assuming it's similar in Japan.
Yeah, yes,
We're fine.
But they also they're very offended when foreigners come and ruin their.
As we mentioned earlier, church or bush technique from a couple episodes ago when we get drunk. We'll just sleep in bushes the whole time. We'll be fine.
Okay, I mean, I'm not as enthused about this.
I'm
as I am
excited.
with Doug.
Dude, do you want to actually do this?
No, I'm not.
Hypothetical.
Here, I will short some GME stock and we'll go to Tokyo.
Oh my god.
Anita, you want to go to Japan too, right?
Oh, what?
Anita, where'd you vote?
Where are we going, Anita?
Tokyo, but I'm not getting wasted in Tokyo. I'm just cross-dressing.
Anita, I've never seen you wasted to begin with.
Cosplaying.
You can't
All right,
waste.
the spongy jumping thing in Germany without the rope, or Disney World with a friend who cannot ride the rides. I feel like Disney World's the right option.
I think here Disney World.
Disney.
Honestly. Yeah.
Right? All right.
Yeah.
And then finally, I think it's gonna come down to
cosplaying in Tokyo,
or not cross-dressing. Why do I? Am I like letting you guys in on my personal life here or something? You know?
Yeah, that's you're weird.
Cosplaying an anime character the entire time in Tokyo, or Disney World where your friend cannot ride the rides, which is the ideal choice. I still feel like Tokyo wins here, just because
I honestly have. I've been to both. Right, I've been to Tokyo. I've been to Japan twice. I've been to Disney World. Tokyo has a Disney World, guys.
Tokyo then.
And there's a second part called Ocean World, I believe. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Japan has a lot of perks.
We will cosplay as Disney characters that day. It's sort of anime when we go to Disney. I'll be the up kid, you know? What, you guys could be something else. Should I be the grandpa?
Russell?
Yeah. And Anita could be the house.
I'm the house?
You're the house with balloons.
That's the only way.
Or it could be the dog who's named Doug. So it's another option. I guess we're going to Tokyo, guys. I was cosplaying the whole time.
All right.
Okay. Going back to the pod, let me switch back to the normal screen and close the. All right, let me do this. Boom.
What would you cosplay as, Anita, if you go to Tokyo?
No clue.
You could
Something normal looking.
Yeah, you could be a generic schoolboy.
Yeah.
All right.
They're gonna be straight. They're gonna be weirded out. Like you're not very.
Of course.
One of the suggestions I heard was from Chris on the server. What did the balance game where basically you're giving two options and we discuss them, right?
Yeah. I'll prepare that at some point too. I mean,
how about on the Discord server we get some suggestions too?
I think yes, let us know.
Let's do that. Let's
that is a good idea. That's a good idea.
But next week, it's an interesting week. There's Kang Daniel, the band Lucy. Those are on Tuesday. Wednesday, there's the debut of Tribe, and Thursday there's a group called Kingdom, not the show. There's a debut of that.
Oh wow.
Friday you have Monsta X's I Am Solo debut, and then on Monday, Anita, Shiny's back.
Let's go.
Yeah, Shiny's back. But this has been SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. I'm Doug. I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me on this week. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I'm so curious. Sorry.
Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons: Based Mina, Jenai, Goku Mama, Jacob, Luke Daniels, Malfiar, NJ Parks, OP, Chris, Tier. Thank you for joining SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. And special thanks to our Discord server mods: Jacob, K-Music Erday, Koala, Malfiar, Max, No Bias Luna, Tuggles, Wolf297,